Hello, dear Sangha, and welcome to our meditation today on wise effort. Wise effort is also known as effort, and it is the sixth factor in the Noble Eightfold Path. Wise effort is defined as the balanced application of energy to cultivate helpful states of mind and release unhelpful ones, or we could say beneficial and not beneficial. When we talk about helpful or beneficial states of mind, those are states of mind that lead to us experiencing peace or happiness or calm or mental equilibrium or balance. And when we talk about unhelpful or not beneficial states of mind, we're talking about ones that lead to suffering. So we always want to be cultivating helpful states of mind and abandoning or working at abandoning non helpful states of mind. So, in our meditation today, we're going to help us practice the four aspects of wise effort. And these come in two teams, let's say. So, the first team is preventing and abandoning. And then the second team is cultivating and maintaining. So, in this meditation, we're going to develop those four aspects of preventing, abandoning, cultivating, and maintaining. All right, let's begin by finding a comfortable meditation posture. Again, if you're sitting in a chair, just make sure that your back is straight but not tense. Your feet are in a comfortable position on the floor, one that makes you feel very stable in your chair. Your hands are somewhere comfortably in your lap, and your eyes are closed or partially closed. If you choose not to close your eyes and you choose just to soften your gaze, just try and keep your gaze focused on one area. Often, when we keep our eyes open, it's distracting because there's just so many things in our room to look at. So, we don't want to be distracted. Great. Now, turn your attention inward and just become aware of your breathing. Now, take 3 deep, slow breaths. With each exhale, feel the weight of your body settling into the present moment. Also, as you exhale, just feel all of the stress and tension just leaving your body and your mind. Once you've done your 3 deep, slow breaths, just return to the natural rhythm of your breathing once again. Pardon. As we begin this meditation, we're just going to set an intention. I'm here to practice wise effort, not by pushing or straining, but by bringing balanced awareness to this moment. All right, we're going to begin by just tuning into effort, understanding what wise effort is. So visualize, if you can, the strings of a guitar. We know that if the strings are too tight, they snap. But if they're too loose, they can make no music. Meditation is the same thing. If our mind is too tight or too tense, we can't meditate. And yet, if our mind is too loose, too tired, then we can also not meditate. As you do this meditation, just scan your mind. Just notice whether your attention is too tight, it's putting a lot of unnecessary strain or effort. And if you notice that tightness, that striving, that needing to accomplish this meditation, just soften those thoughts. Just smile gently at yourself. But maybe that's not our problem. Maybe we're not experiencing tightness. Maybe you notice instead that your mind is sleepy or bored. If you notice that your mind is sluggish or sleepy, pardon me, just sit up a little bit straighter and just sharpen your focus. With our effort, we're trying to achieve a middle way that's not too tight concentration and not too loose concentration. Right now, we're going to look at the four wise efforts. The first two wise efforts are preventing and abandoning. Just notice in your mind if any helpful thoughts or unhelpful thoughts like irritation or judgment or greed are present in your mind at this moment. If you notice them, don't fight them. Just observe. As they appear, just note them by saying, oh, judgment is appearing in my mind, or desire is appearing in my mind, or irritation is appearing in my mind. These thoughts are impermanent. So we can imagine that these thoughts are just like clouds appearing through a vast, clear blue sky. So whatever unhelpful thoughts that you recognize that lead to suffering for you or dissatisfaction, just imagine letting them go without acting on them. Now we're going to focus on the other two of the four wise efforts. Those are cultivating and maintaining. Now consciously bring to mind a helpful quality, one that leads to peace and happiness and calm, like kindness or gratitude or unconditional love. Those aren't the only ones. I'm sure you can come up with some others on your own. As you bring to mind those helpful qualities, just feel that quality in your heart. Imagine breathing it in and allowing it to grow. If it is already there, just nurture it so that it can stay a little longer. When your mind wanders away from this helpful quality, just recognize it immediately without judgment. And then gently but firmly return your attention to your breath. This act of returning is wise effort. Just stay in this state of relaxed vigilance for a few moments, just simply being with what is. Again, when your mind wanders, we want to just recognize it immediately without any judgment. Our mind wants to wander. Our job is just to notice that it's wandered and then just firmly return our attention back to our breathing. And this act of returning is wise effort. And we're just wanting to stay with this state of relaxed vigilance for a few moments, simply just being with what is. Now, slowly bring your attention back to the room. Try to carry this sense of balanced effort into your day. Now, you can relax your concentration very gently at your own pace. When you're ready, open your eyes. Well, the key principles of wise effort is that we want to have a middle way. We want to avoid the extremes of harsh striving and total lethargy or laziness. We also want to engage in skillful action. It's about choosing to nourish healthy mental seeds rather than letting unskillful ones take root. And then finally, wise effort is about acceptance. Wise effort includes surrendering to the reality of the present moment rather than trying to manipulate it. Thank you for joining for this meditation, and I wish you a day filled with balanced effort as well as peace and happiness.